He's number one on the court, one of the best scoring guards in the NBA. But tonight, the basketball star is benched indefinitely for not standing for the national anthem.
The Nuggets star converted to the Islam faith in 1991. 2 years later, he legally changed his name from Chris Jackson to Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. He says Muslims don't honor any nationalistic ideology.
Islamic teachings is you worship none but God, but you respect the flag.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, a devout Muslim and the Denver Nuggets' leading scorer, has been suspended by the NBA for refusing to stand during the playing of the national anthem, which he sees as a symbol of tyranny.
It's my religious beliefs. I look at the Caucasian American, I look at the African American being oppressed in this country. So, and I don't stand for that.
You have to stand up for the national anthem. It's your country and you should be proud of it.
The NBA doesn't see Abdul Rauf's sit-down protest as a religious or civil rights issue. The league says they just want him to play by its rules.
What's wrong with that guy?
He signed on the dotted line. That's the rules of the game.
Ask Mahmoud if he'd rather not get paid in American dollars.
Many think it's hypocritical for Mahmoud to denounce America, but be willing to accept $31,707 American dollars a game for his services. That's no longer the case tonight. The suspension is without pay, and the NBA says will not change unless Abdul Rauf stands for the national anthem.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf had the courage to withstand someone taking their livelihood away from them. And that's a whole different level of activism. That's a whole different stratosphere.
He is due everything. He is the sovereign Lord of the universe. And we don't owe allegiance to America. We don't owe allegiance to Russia. We don't owe allegiance to mother. We don't owe allegiance to father. We owe allegiance only to the God who created us and everything around us. We owe honor and respect to nation, to government, but not allegiance. So to pledge allegiance is wrong.
Yes, sir. Come on.
It makes you a polytheist.
Yes, sir. Point it out.
You cannot pledge allegiance to America and to God at the same time. You must give God number one place in your life, and nation either follows behind it or not at all.
Just because it's in print doesn't mean it's the gospel. People write negative things because they feel that's what sells. Good news to them doesn't sell.
How has it impacted you?
My album's number one all over the world. All over the world. America's the only one because I don't want to say too much.
But it's not number one in the United States.
It's conspiracy, yeah. I would never stop helping and loving people the way Jesus said to. He said, continue to love, always love, bring on the children, imitate the children, not childish, but childlike.
The return of the Blackmores with no fans. It's eerie like that documentary on Lisa Lopez. Pentagrams, pyramids, conspiracies with go-heads. Knock down the levees, knock down the projects. Start another project, build another object. A drive-through touchscreen doctrine for me to digest. Just horses with our blinders on, driving by the obvious, riding by the obvious, gliding by the obvious. Regardless who you vote for, if the mind don't grow and the poverty line don't go, but the dope keep coming and the TV keep flashing images of a sports car, then you bound for a coke war. The meat get clowned by the coke law, the sheep get drowned in the folklore, then lulled to sleep by Tom Brokaw. What a pity. The hope on the politician's tongue never ever trickles down to the city. Yeah. So if a nigga put a president's mask on and run up in the bank with a max saying gimme, gimme, I ain't glad at him, but I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him. Look, if anybody asks you who I be, say a painter with a felt pen who drew Ali. I'm like Cassius when I blast molasses out the ass of the masses. From Fulton Street Mall to Gratiot, I'm handing out free at last kits. Yo, Jay, where your staff at? Green said you threw it. Yeah, I outgrew it. Some blog said you blew it. Nigga, fuck your blog. Jigga Man said you can't knock the hustle, dog. I'm on the same launching pad that shot Russell Law. That's why I stay dugging. You can ask the tumbling. That's why I stay dugging. That's why I stay dugging. Ask tumbling dicey.
Though he led the team in scoring and assists, the Nuggets traded Abdul Rauf to Sacramento after the season. He played 2 underwhelming years for the Kings, plagued by injuries and decreased playing time. And then he was out of the league.
People used to ask me, man, do you think you were blackballed?
I was going to ask you that. You led to it. Huh?
And I would say, you know what? I don't know. But all I'll say is, I think a lot of my best years were taken away.